Glancing in the rear view to see what or who had bumped her, she spotted a luxury sedan inches from her bumper. The beast? Couldn't be. Two people, a man and woman, were inside the car. Tobias had said there was a beast, not beasts. Whoever they were obviously intent on pushing her off the road. Home was closer. Just take a left on Harper Top Road a mile ahead. The speedometer climbed past 70. Amy had never gone so fast in her life. Steering with her left hand, she rummaged with her right through her purse, fumbling for her phone. From her lips came a silent prayer that the beast did not bump her while she steered with only one hand. Her trembling fingers punched in Shane's speed dial, but the asshole pulled up on her left and swerved. The tires skidded onto the uneven shoulder and the phone bounced from her hands. It thumped onto the passenger side floorboard, out of reach. She gripped the wheel with both hands again. Her foot slammed the gas pedal. The needle shot over 95. The creep matched her speed. She could turn left onto Harper Top Road just a half mile ahead and get home quicker than she could get to the police station. But what if Shane was caught by surprise? Whoever was trying to run her down, or maybe even kill or rape her, might kill Shane and Scooter too. Only one person would know what to do, and he was nowhere around.
Tobias, is this him? Is this the beast?
She could see her turn, almost home.
All the warnings are making me feel crazy. Shane thinks I'm a nut job. Now you can't even be here when I need you the most? Damn you. Damn you, Tobias. I don't need you or your future. To hell with you, and to hell with the beast and that other freak from the diner too. And to hell with Shane. To hell with all you bastards.
The Lexus shot ahead and skidded sideways, barricading her intended left turn. She jerked the wheel and turned right on the Blackwood Road. The crumbling, unmaintained road weaved its way straight into Sacred Oaks. Abe lived off of Blackwood, several miles into the reserve. Maybe she could make it to his place. Her sweat-drenched hand slipped on the wheel. Her ankle cramped from pumping the gas. No matter how fast she drove, the sedan remained steadily on her tail. It was like he was herding her along, the way Mike herded cattle. Her life was in serious danger, and she might not see tomorrow. May never see Karma again, kiss Shane. But she had to stop panicking and start thinking. What if she slammed on the brakes and let the asshole hit her? Then she'd take off. It would destroy the front of his car and hopefully incapacitate the vehicle. What if it destroyed her car too? Bent the axle, and the beast got her anyway. The asphalt gave way to dirt, mud, and clay. Road signs were bent and rusted, and into the mouth of hell she drove. Abandon all hope. What if she pulled over and made a run for it into the woods? She could lose it in the forest and double back around to Roxy's and wait there for the police.
Tobias, help me. Please.
Isaac watched the beloved's vehicle swerve and speed toward the forest.
Perfect. She is ours now.
He glanced at his mate.
Who is she?
She holds the key that will allow our race to climb to the highest evolutionary chain. With her as a vessel, we will be able to enslave this universe and all others, including the other tribes.
What other tribes?
Not important right now, my twin. We must capture the beloved and perform a ritual, so that you may have her body and nourish the seed within her womb.
She's getting away, isn't she?
She cannot get away. Not from us.
But what of that paladin you sensed back there?
I am not concerned with the zealot. He is young, weak, and no threat to me.
Isaac's car idled down Blackwood at a leisurely pace. Dust motes trapped in the headlights like millions of tiny, lost spirits. He rolled all 4 windows down. In the Geminus tongue, Isaac uttered a string of archaic syllables and crooned a summoning lullaby.
Come, my children of the forest, and serve your king.
His mistress clawed at the dashboard as if bracing for possible impact. She knew not of the strength her body now commanded. He had much to teach her. The Narkush stone embedded in her chest pulsed with a rhythmic beat, like a tiny heart. Several crows dove to the ground and scooped up snakes in beak and claw. Isaac grinned at a diamondback dangling in the clutches of a rather small blackbird. Its wings fluttered, but it lacked the strength to ascend. Isaac pursed his lips and blew. His breath carried the bird toward the beloved's car.
What is so special about this girl?
She carries a paladin child within her womb. He shall one day become the prophesied Dark Trinity, the most powerful being to rule all other beings. Part human, part paladin, and part Geminus.
The birds dropped their writhing and hissing cargo of serpents onto the beloved's hill and roof. Isaac pulled over. He smiled at his mistress.
Time for your first lesson. Time to hunt our prey. Together.
Push it harder. This is the car's top speed. I could get out and push faster than this.
Perhaps you should. She waggled the weapon.
I said not to get smart with me, Mr. Renaissance man.
The Geminus are after your friend, and they will stop at nothing until she is in their possession. I am here to protect her.
What happened? You get bored with your Warcraft subscription and decide to play for real? I have no understanding of this Warcraft. You ain't shitting me, are you? That's fucking scary. What did you plan to do with Amy if you've gotten her?
I would transport her back to the Paladin compound.
Makes perfect sense. Probably lived your whole life underground, and now you were sent out to kidnap new women for your sick and twisted cult brothers.
No. Atticus shot her a stern look.
Amy is like a sister to me, and if you dare put a hand on her, you may as well be putting your hands on me.
I have given that serious thought.
What was that?
I hope she's not caught.
Look,
Carmen pointed.
They're turning. Turn. Turn.
Yes, I can see, Miss Magellan.
Stop that.
A large tortoise shell struck the windshield and cracked it clean down the middle. A white web expanded across both the driver and passenger side. A wide-eyed hawk soared straight toward them, dropping a 12-point rack of antlers in the middle of the road, like a makeshift caldron.
Blazing ghost!
You drive. Don't you fucking go anywhere. Atticus jumped onto the hood of the car. Just drive the rotten car, wench. There's no time. You're not Bruce Willis, and this isn't the next Die Hard movie, you insane idiot. Carmen reversed the car out of the ditch. Atticus gripped the hood with his palms, knees, and toes. 3 large buzzards rose up out of the woods. 2 carried angry copperheads. The 3rd carried an armadillo. His sword tore from its sheath. He sliced through one of the snakes in midair. The stone bar struck the 3rd bird carrying the armadillo. Both bird and armadillo imploded into feathers and bloody gristle. And the car swerved. His face smashed into the windshield. In horror, he gawked inside the vehicle. Between Carmen and him, divided only by glass, Atticus watched the copperhead writhing on the column of the steering wheel. The snake suddenly arrowed straight into Carmen's face. Atticus was hurled from the hood. Regrouping his faculties and steadying himself, he stood several yards from the car. The crash pried the driver's door open. Carmen lay slumped halfway in and halfway out of the car, the copperhead coiled within her hair. Carmen! Rustling prompted Atticus to whirl. A pack of coyotes, foam poured from their open maws, and their paws scratched threateningly the soft, pliable ground. 6 of them. They had already begun to spread out in an attempt to flank him. Bloody Lotus. Here he stood, a champion of holy warrior sent to track down the greatest beast known to this world and beyond. He would not succumb to death by the teeth of mangy coyotes as a beautiful maiden lay dying only feet from him. He charged. His blade slashed, thrust, and sliced. His body danced side to side, but always forward. 2 coyotes fell. Atticus raced forward and turned. The 4 canines charged. Atticus kicked one of the coyotes in the ribs, hard, deadly, and his sword finished it. The last coyote backed away. Run, or perish. The coyote let out one last defiant howl before whimpering and scurrying into the forest. He glanced at Carmen and his electric vehicle. Raising his sword, he ran to aid her. Swiftly, he stabbed the snake still writhing in her hair and flung it aside. He carefully slid her from the crumpled vehicle. Her bosom heaved as her wheezing breaths came in frantic spurts. He checked her pulse. Barely discernible. Swollen face. Lips a pale shade of blue. 2 points on the pendant had burned out. He called upon the realm of heaven and the healing power of the heart. White glow radiated from his hand and pulsed through the dark skin on Carmen's face. It was only a minor healing spell, a physical detox of sorts. But Atticus prayed it was enough to rid the snake venom from her bloodstream. The glowing point on the pendant abruptly faded and turned black. Carmen remained limp on the ground. Not since Rorn's death had he felt such sorrow. This maiden of such beauty, intelligence, and spitfire was one of the most astounding people he'd ever met. I failed you, Miss Carmen, but I cannot fail Amy. Atticus stood. He lost the battle, but the war waged on.